Hey guys! Thank you so much for jumping on here again today. I'm just so excited to be doing my second video, and I am really excited to bring this information to you guys because I know that it's something that a lot of people struggle with because there's so many different things jumping around out there. And to kind of piggyback off of my Diets Don't Work video, I wanted to actually explain to you the way of eating that I lean towards. And again, I am not a dietitian. I am not a nutritionist with a degree. I am a certified integrative nutrition coach who is just obsessed with health, loves everything about it, but has not always been that way, okay? It's been a process. And I think that's where we first need to start, is you need to understand that it is a process, and for everyone it's going to look a little bit different, and it doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong if something works for you and it works for somebody else. It just means that you're doing you, and that's the way to do it. So, clean eating. What does that even mean? Clean your vegetables before you eat them? Like, where are we going with this clean eating thing? So, clean eating for me is basically food in its cleanest or purest form. So it hasn't been processed very much in a plant. It hasn't been made in a plant especially. And it came from something that grew on this beautiful planet that God has blessed us with. And for me, that's clean eating. And it doesn't mean that I'm obsessive about it, as much. Again, not perfect, trying to get better. It means that I do my best to stick with that and just be mindful about what I'm eating. So what do I mean by that? What I mean is, fruits and vegetables, obviously. Things like brown rice, quinoa, legumes, beans. No, that doesn't mean you have to give up meat at all. In fact, if you like meat and you don't feel like it bothers your system, go for it. I'm all for that, okay? But there is a way to eat meat that is better for your body, of course, and that is always going for the organic, the grass-fed, things like that. And another reason that's really important is because, we're all energy, and they've proven it, and meat has energy as well. So you have to think about how the animals were taken care of and how they were raised, how they were killed. I know we don't really want to go there, but it's part of it. And all of that energy, that fear, that terror, that misery goes into their body. And so meat doesn't frankly taste as good if it's not a very well quality meat. So something to think about, again, baby steps. Do a few things at a time, find what works for you, and just add on to it. People ask me where I get my recipes all the time, and y'all, Pinterest. I am not some recipe genius who can just fly off with things off the top of her head and create these beautiful, magnificent vegan meals. I'm not vegan, but I'm a flexitarian. That just means I eat meat and eggs every once in a while, but I do stick with plant-based. And I'm sorry, I'm kind of going everywhere, but like I said, I am so passionate about this, and I want you to start somewhere so that you can start feeling this great. So to kind of bring it back a little bit, start small. Instead of grabbing, that handful of chips for a snack, reach for an apple. Or I don't even care if it's organic to start. You don't have to start there. Yes, that's eventually where we want to end up because it is the best way for you to feel amazing, but you have to start somewhere. And I feel like that's another reason we just don't even start, is because we feel like we have to be these perfect health freak vegans overnight and change everything, and that's just not going to work. We didn't get here overnight. We're not going to get better overnight. So start small. Get some quinoa. If you don't know what it is, people use it to replace grains and things like that, like a rice, and a lot of people think it's in the rice family, but it's actually not. It's more of a root-ish type thing, I think. It's still a grain, but it's so good for you. Rinse it before you cook it though, because it has a natural pesticide on it and it just doesn't taste very good. but it won't kill you. It just tastes better. Anyway, so adding in things like that. And as you add in the better foods, you don't really want the foods that you wanted before. And I know that sounds crazy because you're like, Catherine, I just had a double cheeseburger with fries and it tasted amazing. And I don't think I'm ever gonna not want that. No judgment, none. I was there too. We all start somewhere, like I said. So just trust the process, have faith in yourself, and just try and stick to clean eating. Just try. And like I said, that doesn't mean it's always organic. It just means that food is in its purest form, you know, like it was just picked. Obviously, fruit that you can just pick off of a tree and eat, purest form. And when you go into applesauce, it's been processed a little bit, but still good. Things like apple juice and stuff, most processed. So you're losing the nutrients and they're condensing down the things like the sugar, and it's just not very good for you. So just keep that in mind when you're grabbing things. Turn it over. Do not look at the nutrition label for the fat and the calories. Please don't. I eat so much fat in one day, people would probably have a stroke because of the nuts and seeds and avocado. Y'all, the guac is extra, but so am I. Like I say, I love me some guac. I do. I eat it on every salad. I'm getting off topic, but see, you have to be passionate about these kind of foods. Otherwise, you're not going to eat them. So give yourself some credit and some grace. Take a deep breath. Look up a couple things. Look up superfoods, things you can add into what you're already doing. Nothing too crazy, nothing too expensive. Don't obsess about organic yet. And just phase in better quality food, and you'll start to phase out that bad stuff. And that doesn't mean that you can't have a slice of pizza. If you're feeling it and you want pizza, have pizza. I can't have gluten or dairy, but, well, can't. I had it yesterday. Again, not perfect. Just you do you. And I hope this answered a little bit more about what clean eating is. I know it can go bigger, and we can touch on different things within clean eating, but I just wanted to go over the basics about what it is so that you can start somewhere without feeling too overwhelmed. So trust yourself, your body knows what it wants, and just try and tune in and listen to it a little bit better. And know that I love you guys, and I'm always here for you if you have any questions, and I will talk to you soon.